I found a love for me.
Character Ed. Loyalty.
Just dive right in.
Faithfulness. Being loyal to each other, to other people.
Well, I found a girl, beautiful and sweet. Well, I never knew you were the someone waiting for me.
Here's the situation. Uh-oh. Misunderstanding. Saturday morning, you are waiting with your bike at Bowling Park for your friend to show up. Meanwhile, unknown to you, your friend is waiting at Etowah River Park. Oh no. Your friend has always been trustworthy in the past. What do you feel? What should you feel? Should you feel something? People are staring at you. You feel abandoned, left alone. What should you say to your friend the next time you see them? Discuss this amongst yourselves.
Not knowing what it was, I will not give you up this time. Darling, just kiss me slow. Your heart is all I own, and in your eyes you're holding mine. Baby, I'm
I'm going to try to explain to you the trust bank account, okay? All right, so all of us, let's say with our relationships with our parents, our friends, our teachers, anybody that you have a relationship, you're automatically start with a certain level of trust, and we're going to represent that with coins, money, okay? So, now, let's say you start this relationship and you build trust. You're honest with each other. That gives you more money in your bank account. And then you remember a birthday. You remember something else. You show up. You're nice. You stand up to for them for something or other. So now you've built up all of this trust bank account, okay? But then, let's say you do something silly or you forget to do something. Well, you don't lose all the trust, you just lose a little bit. So now, like if it's your parents, let's say you forget to take out the garbage or to clean the carpet or your room. So you lost a little bit, but you still have some trust, okay? Now, the difference between this and love is that with most of the time with parents or teachers or whatever, they're going to love you unconditionally. You never lose love like this, but you lose trust. And so if you keep making mistakes, you keep screwing up, you start losing more and more until you have very little left. And so now friends, family, teachers, whatever, they can't trust you with much. They're not going to give you much of their honesty, their loyalty, or anything like that. You have to earn trust back. You can't just say, oh, I'm sorry, then boom, it's all back. No, you got to do things to earn that trust back. So that is kind of a way that we do that. So now it's up to you. What I want you to do is brainstorm with each other on how you can build this trust bank account. What are some things you can do with friends, family, teacher, parents, whatever, that could earn that trust bank account? And when you earn trust bank account, that gives you privileges. They give you more and more responsibilities or just more freedoms even. You get to go out with friends more often or do other things or whatever it is. So, brainstorm. How are you going to build it?
Barefoot on the favorite song. When you said you looked a mess, I whispered underneath my breath, but you heard it, darling. You look perfect tonight. Well, I found a woman stronger than anyone I know. She shares my dreams. I hope that someday I'll share her home. I found a love to carry more than just my secrets, to carry love, to carry children of our own. We are still kids, but we're so in love, fighting against all odds. I know we'll be alright this time.
The Legend of Gellert, a Celtic folk tale. A faithful greyhound is suspected of having killed his master's infant son. When the truth of his loyalty is discovered, it is too late. His master has already drawn his sword and killed him. Suspicion often rests on surface impressions.
In Wales, long ago, when the trees were still young, in a palace of stone on the banks of the Conwy, lived Llywelyn ap Iawedd, Llywelyn Fawr, Llywelyn the Great, Lord of Snowdon, and his wife, Joan, daughter of the King of all England. When Princess Joan first came from England, she brought Prince Llywelyn a royal gift from King John as part of her dowry, a magnificent wolfhound with legs long and limber, back sturdy yet supple, and the strength of all Ireland in his large Irish paws. A dog which terrorized the wild wolves for miles around. Llywelyn and the hound Gellert became inseparable companions. Prince Llywelyn, his retinue and his pack of wolfhounds often stayed at a hunting lodge in the mountains, and in the autumn they would hunt deer amongst the steep wooded valleys. One day, when Llywelyn was out hunting, his faithful hound Gellert went missing, and Llywelyn returned to the lodge alone. He found Gellert there, limping, panting, his jaws dripping, drooling, his black coat clotted and matted with blood, and in the far corner of the room the cradle of Llywelyn's baby son was overturned and empty. The baby's fur coverings were shredded and torn, the worn flagstones smeared with fresh blood. Prince Llywelyn stood tall and grim. He withdrew his sword from his scabbard and held the sword high, and his eyes tightly closed. The blade flashed down, plunging deeply into the treacherous hound who had killed his small boy. But Gellert's dying cry was answered by the cry of a child. Llywelyn searched and found his son, alive and unharmed, hidden by the cradle. At the side, slain by Gellert in a fierce struggle to protect the baby, slumped the body of a mighty wolf, its shaggy throat ripped and yawning with the blackest of blood. The sad prince buried Gellert with honour in a meadow by the river Glaslyn, not far from the lodge. And in the long years after Gellert's death, Prince Llywelyn, it was said, never smiled again.
Now, discuss as a whole class or in student groups the theme of trustworthiness in this story.